What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Maverick Raven coming at you with another video. And man, the world's a weird place, dude. It really is. Because if you would have asked me, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I would have said, "Nah, bro. Johnny Depp's never coming back to be the captain." One of the coolest characters in history, bro. Just so cool in so many different ways, man. He's suave and he's eccentric and there's like a hidden cunning there that you don't expect because he comes off as a little sun touched. So we're gonna check this out, but before we do, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All of that stuff really helps. Sorry, you guys. There's the black and white MAGA hat, the black and white MAGA rabbit, the MAGA bunny. Anyways, all that stuff really helps out the channel. Sorry for that interruption. We'd love to have you be the newest member of the flock. The flock is for life. So come join us, guys. We'd love to have you. The air is for everyone. Now we're gonna check this out because I can't believe that we're in this position. What was it that Johnny Depp said he would need, or I'm sorry, what was it he said he wouldn't do it for 100 alpacas, or was it 1,000 alpacas? I don't know how many alpacas it was. It was a bunch of alpacas though. It was a lot more alpacas than you would. Freaking Billy Goat Rabbit, bro. I swear. Um, it was a bunch of alpacas, man. It was a lot more alpacas than one should have. One individual should have. It says Johnny Depp now poised for Pirate 6 comeback. New script reportedly being written. Now, here's the thing. I'm a little late on this. This is 2 days old. But Inside the Magic, this is from InsideTheMagic.net. They're really pretty good with their sources, dude. They tend to be like Disney stands to the point of where Disney can do no wrong. It does, ignore the human rights violations and ignore the corporate greed that we complain and protest about all the time. Disney's can do no wrong to these people. But apart from the Disney stands, we know that Disney's a company, right? And Disney's gonna do whatever is in the best interest of Disney. Now, I don't see the pirate movies making a lot of money without Johnny Depp. I could totally see Disney doing like a bait and switch, not showing Johnny Depp at all, just mentioning the character of Jack Sparrow, and then all of a sudden, when you go see the movie, he's just mentioned, maybe like for the trailer's sake, and he's not in the movie at all. I could totally see them doing that. It says Johnny Depp may return as Captain Jack Sparrow after all. I don't believe that. Multiple new scripts are currently in development for a new Pirates of the Caribbean film, one of which includes Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow. Hey, do you guys say Caribbean or Caribbean? I say Caribbean, and I don't know. I've heard it both ways, and you would think a Cuban would know how to pronounce Caribbean. I just say Caribbean. Depp has portrayed Jack Sparrow for many years, but the actor's time as the swashbuckling pirate was assumed to have ended following the incredibly public defamation case he and his former partner Amber Heard were a part of in 2022. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. People, please be careful who you date because you'll never know if you're opening up Pandora's box and Pandora looks like Amber Heard. Disney was rumored to have cut ties with Depp following the trial, leading many to assume Depp would not be returning for more Pirates films, if any were on the table. While the franchise has been treading water for quite some time, longtime Pirates producer Jerry Bruckheimer, love him, of course he's based, confirmed earlier this year that a reboot was in development. Oh, not a reboot. Man, why is everything a reboot, a remake, a like the remasters in video games? I kind of get as cool because you can get like some serious quality of life upgrades. With some of these remakes for these remasters or whatever. But when a video game is literally just like a rehash of the same original video game that was great back in the day, and all they did was like add new graphics to it and maybe one or two small minor quality of life upgrades, I'm not with that, dude. And I'm not with all these remakes and reboots and all this other crap that's happening in Hollywood, and I haven't been with it for a long time. It's like, don't get me wrong, it's hard to be creative, dude, and I say this as a non-creative person. It's hard to be creative, so I can understand the allure of rehashing the same old crap over and over and over and over again. I can understand it. It's easy. It's to a certain extent safe, right? Because people, until the point of where they just will not put up with your crap anymore, people will endorse your product because of nostalgia stake, you know? And I'm guilty of this too, dude. They've gotten so much money from me and my family that we're just like, hey, this might be fun. And then it's like, why didn't I listen to that little inner voice? If I would have listened to my inner Mav, I wouldn't have gone and I wouldn't have wasted the money, man. But sucks. But you know, not all nostalgia is bad. Like they're talking about here, Top Gun. Top Gun was amazing. Top Gun Maverick. Whew. It says, it's hard to tell. You don't know. You really don't know, Bruckheimer said. You don't know how they come together. You just don't know. Because with Top Gun, you have an actor who is iconic and brilliant. And how many movies he does before he does Top Gun, I can't tell you. But we're going to reboot Pirates so that it is easier to put together because you don't have to wait for certain actors. Okay. I guess what he's trying to say is he doesn't know. Now Variety reports that Depp may be poised for a comeback with at least one version of a script, including Captain Jack Sparrow. But you have heard of me. What a badass character. Bruckheimer is developing two versions of a script for the upcoming film, one of which would mark the return of Captain Jack Sparrow. Of course, this assumes both Depp and Disney would get their things in order and reconcile, something that may still be unlikely. He doesn't need the money. He's rich beyond compare. Well, not as rich as he used to because the guy's got a big heart and he gives a bunch of his money away. But I don't know. He doesn't need the money. It would have to be something obscene. And I don't know if Disney would still be in line to pay obscene salaries like the Avengers Infinity War days, you know. However, according to a new report, a knowledgeable source told Variety nothing has been ruled out. The report also claims Disney has not reached out to Depp yet. That's not good, man. So then what's the hell is this point? What's the point of this story then? Disney's now legendary Pirates franchise began in 2003 with Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, blah blah blah. Filmed with action, comedy, stunts, and heart. It's true. It was a great movie. And it was such a surprise, man. When I heard back, how old are you guys, right? Like when you guys were around in 2003, and I hope some of you were. And it's not just a bunch of kids, and I'm like the oldest person on the in the conversation, you know. But when 2003 came around, I was like, man, how are you gonna make a movie about a ride? Like I liked the ride, I loved the ride. It was always one of my favorites. But there wasn't like a story or anything to the ride. It was just pirates are crazy and they're the bad guys, you know? But I was very super pleasantly surprised. The film went on to gross hundreds of millions of dollars, giving Disney no choice but to start up an entire franchise based on one of the company's most iconic theme park rides. And that it grossed hundreds of millions of dollars back when it used to mean something. Back when if you grossed hundreds of millions, it wasn't just like, oh yeah, they just fell for it or whatever. Nah, dude, like they actually earned that money, you know? It's long been debated whether Johnny Depp will be returning in an eventual Pirate sequel and or reboot, as the actor suffered significant damage to his reputation during the trial against his former partner Amber Heard. Because she was proven to have lied. Wholly not credible is the way I found her. Both were suing each other for defamation of character. Depp began seeking legal action after the Washington Post published an op-ed penned by Heard in which the actress accused Depp of abuse. Just wrong, dude. Just so wrong. Depp was dropped from several lucrative projects following the release of the op-ed, claiming he lost millions of dollars as a result. In the end, a Virginia jury determined that both Depp and Heard had defamed each other. Depp was awarded $10 million in compensatory damage and $5 million in punitive damages, whereas Heard was only awarded $2 million in damages. I think that, by the way, I think that plea or that verdict was like God, it's like they call it a compromise, verdict, where there's like maybe one or two jurors who are like, no, 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 no. Fine. What would it take for you to realize that Johnny Depp got defamed here and he's the one that got really screwed and she's the abuse, whatever was that was said. Well, fine, what if we give her some money too? Fine, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, believe it or not, that happens. I don't know how many of you guys have actually served on in jury pools, but that happens. That happens in criminal cases way too much more than I would ever want to admit. But there you have it, you guys. What do you guys think? Are you hopeful? Do you think it's even a possibility? I don't see it happening, man. And if it does happen, and I know it's gonna sound like a joke, but if it does happen, if he said he wouldn't do it for 100 alpacas, I hope that they give him like 101 alpacas just to keep Johnny Depp true to his word and to punk Disney. Because you know what? I'm sorry, you guys, but Disney's evil, dude. Disney's evil. And the thing is that the people that tend to preach the most about corporations having an obligation to be good and decent and serve their fellow man and all that, are a lot of them love Disney, and it's like, just seems a little hypocritical to me. But that's just me. You guys let me know down below what you guys think. Is he coming back? Do you care? Is Pirates has it jumped the shark already? These are things that we will not know now, maybe in 2 or 3 or 4 years, hopefully less than that. Because I do want to see a Pirates movie, and they're all getting older, man. But if it's going to be a reboot, if it's going to be a reboot, then they need to do it and say, okay, we're going to do 2 movies, 3 movies, no more than that, whatever. And then they need to just do them all within a span of shoot them all within a span of 5 or 6 years. And none of this, let's wait and see crap, because they're getting too old. They're going to get too old, bro. You're going to spend millions and millions of dollars in CGI just making these actors look younger than they are. Anyways, that's the video, you guys. Let me know, like I said, please let me know down below what you guys think. Love to hear your opinions, and if anybody has any type of inside scoop, you're free to email me or send comments down below, whatever. I would love to know. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, you guys. Love you guys. You know that I do. And as always, guys, stay safe and stay based.